Hi everyone. I'm trying to trying to make my videos or get on with my project. So I'm just going to start this one with this sketch that I drew, which is more or less self-explanatory. Um, Basically, you see a guy spraying something in someone's face. Imagine that's you, whose face is being sprayed. And so what do you do? What the heck do you do when this happens? Yeah, what do you do? And obviously this is not acceptable, or is it? You don't know what is being sprayed in your face, and obviously you didn't give any kind of consent or permission to spray you with anything at all, and yet the guy just goes ahead and sprays you. So that's you right here, or me, one of us basically right here. And this is the unknown, or is it known? Not sure. Anyway, if you look up chemtrails, this is the word I wrote out on the bottom of the screen. There's a lot of information about chemtrails on YouTube, on Google, or on anything, everything, everywhere. You just need to be willing to just go and look into this matter. And then you'll find out that you are being sprayed just like this. Just like this. Quite regularly. Very regularly. And so let me clarify this. For instance, this person is, I don't know, half a meter away from you, and obviously you wouldn't like it, you wouldn't allow it. So what if he moved away from you, say 1 meter away from you, 3 feet, 1 meter, whatever, and said, okay, now it's far enough, I'm gonna have to spray you now, and you don't complain. And so you would say, no, of course not, it wouldn't be okay. And it's not like you want him to move a little bit farther away and then spray you. No. So if he moved away to 10 meters between you and him, still he wouldn't want to do it. That is assuming that his spray would be strong enough to reach you. Well, suppose it is strong enough to reach you. So wouldn't be okay to do it from 10 meters or 100 meters if the spray is strong enough to reach you. It would not be okay, right? I don't think you would say, oh, well, okay, if it's 100 meters, then it's okay to spray him. And still, you don't know what he's spraying you with. This particular thing is a mystery. Okay, now suppose this dude right here moves away even farther, 1 kilometer away from you, or 2 kilometers away from you, or 3 kilometers away from you. The principle is the same. You cannot spray anyone with anything without their agreement. And I understand on a sunny day when it's like 35 degrees out there, then of course you might welcome some spray bottle spraying you, and of course you would have to know it's just water. And I'm not talking about this now. I'm talking about this particular situation where you don't know what's being sprayed in your face without your consent. And so we are trying to establish that the distance doesn't matter. You still can't do it. So I'm being so meticulous and tedious and whatever in my explanation about this matter, simply because chemtrails are exactly this, except done from high flying aircraft. And the aircraft, we don't know what the heck that aircraft is doing and why. And it's happening all over North America and all over Europe, Western Europe, and I presume Australia. And uh, you know, I guess you've seen those long trails that are following planes, and they just don't want to dissipate. They stick around, and then they don't disappear. They just don't do it like regular contrails. You might want to look up what contrail is, which is condensation trail. Sometimes that follows a high flying aircraft, but that dissipates. This particular thing sticks around, and it widens and widens and widens, and especially if there have been a few of these aircraft crisscrossing the skies all day long or all morning long, then the whole sky becomes overcast in a couple of hours. In a few hours, it's like overcast. This morning was my inspiration to just finally make this video. And I was basically telling my son, look, the sky is just clear blue, beautiful. And when I saw those planes crisscrossing the skies, and I saw the horizon where they really were doing it already, and I saw all kinds of heavy duty chemtrail activity. And so I presume, okay, today is a clear day and air masses are moving in a certain way, so they're intending to cover the whole city, the whole mega metropolis that I live in. A few million people here, and they want to cover the whole city with this. And I said to my son, look, just look out, look up during lunch. The sky is going to be overcast, and that's my forecast, my weather forecast. And I'm of course not a meteorologist. Was it a meteorologist? Yeah, I'm not a meteorologist, and so I'm not qualified to give weather forecasts. But today, I am pretty sure it's going to be overcast. How do I know? Seeing this blue sky out there now, well, I know. I told him, and so I told him that just look at those planes now. They're doing their thing. However, now our dear sprayers, they learned to actually spray the sky with invisible means. I'm sure they're working on it, and I'm sure they've been hearing a lot of complaining on the internet and the social networks and whatever. And so now I think they've learned to do it invisibly, because I saw um, aircraft that looked pretty normal flying in a crisscross fashion, and the result was the same. In just a little while, streaks of call them clouds. I don't want to call them clouds because they're not clouds, but streaks appeared just sure enough as just as the other ones, and the same effect happened toward lunch. And so I texted him. I texted him to look up in the sky, and unfortunately, we were right in our expectations. So to make this video shorter, I'll just conclude on this: that it's not okay to spray someone in their face, and you people up there, whoever is making these decisions, should frankly and kindly realize that you're not supposed to do this. And who am I to tell you? Well, I'm just a regular guy like everyone else, and everyone else will tell you the same thing: stop doing it, or at least tell us what you are spraying us with. And the very fact that you have been hiding your activity means to me that the substance or the substances you are spraying us with aren't quite innocuous or harmless. And so therefore, uh, I don't know how to bring it to the attention of everyone who thinks everything's okay up there in the sky, when they're driving their kids to school, when they're starting their workday, when they're just sitting in wherever they're sitting all day long, and or staring at their gadgets. And so they basically don't even suspect that this very thing is done to them. And of course, there's gravity, right? You all know about gravity. We all know it's there, and it's infallible. And so, whatever they're spraying us with, or whatever they're spraying the skies with, must come down and in particulate form, and we, sure enough, we breathe it in. There is no other conclusion than this: we ultimately need to breathe in whatever they're spraying us with. And let me underline this: people have tested contents of substances that become residues after heavy spraying activities in wherever they are, in Los Angeles or whatever, San Diego, San Francisco. And so they found some nasty things in some really irregular things like barium and desiccated erythrocytes, which is dried red blood cells, which they can use as carriers for viruses and like all the nasty things that I don't want to go into right now. But so this whole thing becomes a very big question: why is this done to us? Why is this done to us without our knowledge? And who's behind it? Those are the things I really want to know, and maybe you guys can sort of make the knowledge or the awareness of this issue kind of more widespread than it is right now. It is spread, but I don't think it's wide enough spread. And when you mention this to any politician, they are clueless. What? When you mention this to a doctor, oh, what are you talking about? And when you talk to some policeman or whoever else, they say, oh, this is not our department, man, go talk to health department or whoever. Okay, so anyways, that's it. That's all I need to say. Think about it. Thank you very much. subscribe and like and not like and whatever else you do or don't do. Thank you.